The idea behind the volume is to intentionally document some of the unique characteristics found in the Department of Human and Organizational Development at Vanderbilt University. We really are trying to provide some information for individuals and other departments that are interested in implementing some of our initiatives. In terms of our department in this particular volume, we have sociologists, we have community psychologists, we have social psychologists, and each person is bringing a unique skill set. And so we have this very unique interdisciplinary focus that we're trying to bring to bear on a variety of questions, a variety of social problems that we're tackling. Our department is very unique in terms of its programmatic offerings. In addition to a very strong undergraduate emphasis, we have several master's programs. The CDA program, Community Development and Action, our HDC program, Human Development Counseling, as well as our PhD program. The acronym for that program is CRA, or Community Research and Action. And each of these programs focuses on human development, human wellness, either in an organizational or community context. And so for this particular volume, every chapter is written by a cross-section of persons from our department. There's at least one practice faculty member, at least one tenure-track faculty member, and graduate students. And so again, you have that kind of interdisciplinary lens. So we're trying to think about and document what it means to be in an action-oriented department.
You know, the wall of students. It's just really inspiring. It's a nice space.
I'm Camilla Benbow. I'm the dean here of the Peabody College of Education and Human Development at Vanderbilt University, and I have been here almost 15 years. Well, my research interests are in the area of talent development. How do you identify talent, but most importantly, how do you develop that talent once you've identified it? So that's my lifelong work, is trying to understand giftedness, how do you intervene educationally, but then as they become adults, the issue becomes one of developing excellence, becoming eminent. And what are the factors that are necessary to come together in order for an individual to become excellent, to become eminent in their field? So those are the kinds of questions we're pursuing now. The current version of the HOD department was actually formed under my time here, under my tenure, and I'm really, really very proud of the HOD department. And I think what's so special about the HOD department is the fact that you bring in, and actually HOD reflects Peabody as a whole. But what is special about it is that it really takes a faculty from so many different disciplines, and they take their perspective, their lens, their theoretical lens, their methodological training, and they focus it on problems of human development, on developing strong communities, and so on. And I think that's the way you should view research today. People talk about it's interdisciplinary. No, in my mind, what the powerful way of looking at problems today isn't interdisciplinary, but multidisciplinary, where you are trained in your discipline, where you have rigorous training that goes very deep in your discipline. You understand the theories and the concepts of your discipline and the methodologies, and then you can apply them to a problem. And if you have a sociologist and a psychologist and an anthropologist and a political scientist all putting their lenses on this problem, what a powerful perspective when you can combine those approaches. Well, I think you're only as good as the people. So obviously, to become number one and to be the best that a school can be requires that you bring in just absolutely top-notch students and faculty. I hope that HOD not only will continue to be an innovator in undergraduate education, but that it will be the leader in terms of how do you develop powerful communities that address important issues in our communities.
My research interests lie at the intersection of new media technologies and adolescent sexuality, and I focus particularly on adolescent sexual risk and risk engagement. The biggest benefit of being in HOD is to have aspects of my educational experiences that may otherwise in other traditional programs be pose themselves as challenges actually be celebrated. So the fact that I have a diverse background, the fact that I come from places that are spaces and places in my lived experiences that aren't often a part of traditional academia. The fact that I can come from a dirt road in Augusta, Georgia, and be at Vanderbilt University in the HOD program, that's one of the most delightful things. And it's not just welcome, it's not an exception, it's celebrated, and something that is sought after in HOD. So that is one of the most fulfilling things, is to know that I claim a space here. My passion is really in the development of youth. I have 3 kids, and so that is the first area or space in my life that I'm obviously developing youth, but I just see a real potential to change the world in really great ways in the way our youth are coming up and in helping to improve and shape their environment so that they can thrive. I see that as being one of the greatest areas of potential for the good of society. So that's where my passion is, that's where my work will align. Yeah, I could see a body of work, a life's work being in helping to develop the lives of youth.
One of the things that I have started to work on is I've been pulled in for kind of both of my expertise in terms of nutrition and counseling with a PBS funded project called Lunch Lab. It's a cartoon that's designed for kids targeting ages 6 to 10 for nutrition education. The next phase of that project is it's received a lot of attention. It was nominated for an Emmy, and we know that 6.5 million web page views have occurred, which is really exciting, but as part of our role as researchers and educators, we're very interested in evaluating it. So not just is it something that kids respond to and get excited about, and maybe even learn nutrition education, but to what extent could it create behavior change? So I was involved in one of the chapters of this book, and bringing folks together who are intimately involved in the field experiences in the department, particularly the capstone internship at both the undergraduate level and the master's level. So we work and we partner with all of the mental health professions in the services that we provide clients. There's an excitement because of the multidisciplinary nature of the department. There's an excitement around coming together and sharing the different perspectives from our different training backgrounds. And so I think for me, it's a tremendous benefit to be able to think in new and very creative ways. My passion I would describe as working with groups and individuals towards their definitions of higher functioning, in particularly the movement towards greater wellness and well-being in their lives. And what's exciting to me and what drives much of my passion is that it's not an end state, it's a process.
So in HOD, we're actually trying to correlate theory and practice. We're also trying to provide a variety of teaching and learning experiences to educate, equip, and empower our students. In this volume, as well as in our department, we're clearly engaged in research, we're clearly engaged in teaching, and clearly engaged in service. And so our goal is to intentionally and thoughtfully provide documentation of those processes.